Best in the world, Mama. Don't forget, best in the world.
Yeah, go, go, go!
This will be Fallon Taylor. Codi Harman's on deck. We're going to go down to Brittany Barnett, Shelby, and then we'll break.
Is this the end of her career? Did we come this far to come this far? Just like to thank Jesus and the tractor driver and all the veterinarians and Dr. David, especially Dr. David, the guy that held the water hose to get the stone out of her stomach, my mother for staying alive long enough to know that she stayed alive. I'm so happy.
First time in the trailer.
Woo! This is so important and so monumental, and I'm so excited. And nobody that I'm competing against knows anything has happened because, of course, we've kept this to ourselves and just tried to compartmentalize, get knocked down 7, get up 8, and not make that a part of everyone's problems. So we're back on the road. We're ready to rock and roll. As we go to this first rodeo, we got to make a run, and I hit the 3rd barrel to like win it or be 2nd or something, but like, who cares? I'm so excited. I'm just super stoked to be there.
1370 plus 5.
As we're there, Poppy, Codi, and I, we get the news that, like, I mean, it was March 13th, so I think everybody got the same news of, like, basically the world stops.
The U.S. does not have enough coronavirus test kits.
It's a virus, like the flu.
COVID-19 can be characterized as a pandemic.
We will be suspending all travel from Europe.
Customers have been snapping up everything in sight.
The administration is recommending that all Americans avoid gathering in groups of more than 10 people.
Direct all individuals to shelter at their place of residence.
And we got all of these notifications of, like, this rodeo is canceled, that rodeo is canceled, that rodeo is canceled, and just so much devastation. I know we all felt the same thing on that day of just like, oh, it's only gonna be 2 weeks of, you know, you're trying to like justify this in your mind of, you know, I'm not trying to feel sorry for myself, and there's so many people that are gonna lose their jobs, and so much is happening in the world, and people are dying, and this is crazy. But for our little world, you know, what's going on inside of this world, we need rodeo so badly. I need to keep Poppy going. I need to keep going. When quarantine hit, that was a time for all of us as a family to focus. So me, Jesse, Codi, Alex, Steven, everybody, Poppy, to really focus on our lifestyle. And we've updated and changed our lives quite a bit. We don't have toxic things to clean with because I learned all about that kind of stuff. And before I kind of thought I was hippy dippy with my mindset and my mental state, and I'm a cowgirl, like, you can't hurt us, you know? And then this like hit so fast. So we changed the way we eat, the way we work out, the way we live, how happy we are. You know, if things need to stop for us to be happy, we're gonna do that. So that was the big gift I feel like Nene put in our lives, was like, A, be more savage. B, take care of yourselves. C, take care of your dad. D, take care of your horse. Or in Nene's language, A, take care of the horse. Then B, C, D. So we got the news that Rodeo New York was canceled.
We are sorry to make the announcement today that Rodeo New York, scheduled for June 19th, 20th, and 21st of 2020, has been postponed. Here's a statement issued by the owner and founder of the Cowboy Channel, RFD-TV.
I have to say, like, through all the joy of being able to get out of the house, go to rodeos, to get that news that Rodeo New York was canceled was just a stab through the heart, especially because I've been finding out news like this via social media. It's not like a person calls me and goes, hey, just want to let you know the rodeo's been canceled. Like, no, I'm finding out on Instagram along with everybody else, and I'm just like, hi there. Rumors that it's canceled. what's this year? I'm calling some lady on Facebook to see if a pro rodeo is canceled or not. And I'm getting my information from a DM on Instagram. And if we get it wrong, we'll drive 10 hours tomorrow. That was my goal. That was what I was driving for and striving for, was we're probably gonna be able to debut Babyflo back here, and we're filming the series, and how cool is it gonna be to show Babyflo at Rodeo, New York and Madison Square Garden, and to be able to perform in Madison Square Garden. And we've got all these outfits planned, and even though we lost Nene, she's gonna go with us, she's gonna see us shine there. And then it's canceled. So, you know, I think everybody got the same like quarantine sadness of just like, man, how serious is this? You know, I understand everybody needs to be safe, especially New York was hit so hard. But wow, this is just like a blow, because all I need is a freaking goal to like cling on to, or I'm not gonna be able to keep this like chipper forward motion. Like, I need something. So Nene left us this long list before she passed, and it's this crazy notebook of things that she wanted done around the ranch. So we just decided to go 5th gear overdrive on Poppy's place renovations. And the end goal of that is that at some point we'd be able to ride colts over there, get the ground back really good. That's where Flowers and Money was trained, Babyflo's mom. That's where Babyflo primarily was trained. All of my colts, Knick Knack Neffy, everybody was trained over there. So they were all born over there too. So it's just really important that we like keep it pristine. Plus Dr. Nick Barr is buried there. Flowers and Money is buried there. That's the haven. So we wanted to give it back that feel. Mom, when she got sick, she would garden everything. So we have rose bushes everywhere, and they look really good. Nene like threatened me with my life over these stupid rose bushes. And I'm a black thumb, and since quarantine I bought a lot of plants and I'm really good at it, and I can keep anything alive, and now I like propagate things and cut branches off strangers' plants from the side of the road and like a weirdo on TikTok. Anyway, the rose bushes look really good, and that was a big part of it. And Poppy got really emotional about certain things, like he won't let us move this one box of mothballs. I don't know. Everybody copes in their own way. Like, I promise that when I dust his house, and my sister has promised when we dust his house, we will not move the freaking mothballs. I don't know what that's about. We're just gonna let that ride. He swears that Nene haunted him the day that I threw away some artificial flowers that she had in the house, and then she came and gave me nightmares, and now I have plants like everywhere in my house because Nene was such a green thumb. And so anyway, a lot of Poppy's renovations are about these knockout roses that she bought from Tyler that are everywhere, and I'm just they're good. We're good. The renovation was super emotional because that's where Flowers and Money, Dr. Nick Barr, Payday's song, True Identity, those were their original stalls. So making this place over is super important to all of us. And just seeing Poppy dive in like manual labor, which he already always does, but like to tinker with this project is super important. And we just never got around to doing some things. You know, we all were busy, and we never got, like, I could have done this at any time, but I feel like this was a project that Nene left behind for Poppy. So we just dove straight in. Codi was our contract manager the entire project. Jesse designed certain little aspects of like, put this here and put that there. And we just, as a family, have decided that we're just gonna keep improving it. Like, we're just gonna keep improving it because that's something that Poppy has been tinkering with a lot. Poppy is an inventor, so he's got some products that we use. And his sales have gone up because you guys are so amazing. So he makes like an air ride hitch for my trailer, and he makes the vibration therapy system that we use in our barn, and his like sales are popping because of you guys. So thank you so much. It's kept him very busy. So we have a whole family that's been helping with this renovation, and he helped with all sorts of stuff at the warehouse. And his name is Manny. He's got a beautiful family, and they've been low-key like living with Poppy to make sure this is all good. Not actually living, but like popping in and out. I don't think Poppy knows that he's like paid to be there, but he's there every day just to make sure that Poppy stays tinkering. And I'm not trying to like win my wings in heaven, but like we just keep him going. And Manny has just kind of like adopted Poppy as his dad too, and his best friend. And it's been so sweet to watch that. And Dad would just call with a check-in every day of like, okay, me and Manny are doing this, me and Manny are doing that. So we are keeping Manny busy no matter what. We'll just have Dad and Manny digging holes. I don't know what we're gonna do with them. We're gonna do whatever. We're gonna have projects on projects from now until the end of time at Poppy's place. And we've opened Poppy's place up to some boarding, just short term, like people driving through for like the American or big races in town. And that has brought Poppy a lot of joy to come in and like have the stalls ready for people and clean them and, you know, talk to them and, you know, just trade stories. It's been really, really cool to see that. So if you guys are swinging through, you get the invite, if you've watched this, to come over to Poppy's place and just put your horse up for the night. So now we're to May, and the jackpots in Texas are back. We are back, and we are excited. I would literally match race a guy on the side of the road with a donkey right now to be able to go. Babyflo has been on that fitness game. Like, I've just gotten this opportunity to get her in really amazing shape. We've redone the ground in my own arena at home so that it's safer and we can make runs in the arena at home. We've set up patterns in the pasture. We've just got like her in tip-top shape. So we are ready for these May races. It's time to get ready for rodeos because it feels like these rodeos are gonna pop back up, and I think we're actually gonna be able to go somewhere. So we're gonna go to some jackpots. I'm not trying to brag or anything, but the first 3 jackpots that we went to, Babyflo was 1, 1, and 1. We won 3 right off the bat, just right in a row.
Go, go, go! Go, 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 go!
Nice run. New leader, 14,425.
How about a new leader, 15.357 or 5.357. Nice run.
There's never an easy barrel race, and to win a jackpot, especially here, is incredibly difficult. And coming off this surgery, we got 3 W's under our belt, and I couldn't be more excited to get back to these rodeos. Again, nobody around me is knowing. I'm sure people around me were like, why is she running her at a barrel race? And why? Because that's the typical chatter when you take an NFR caliber horse to a jackpot. And now it's Mother's Day, and like, I had no idea how triggering holidays could be. Like, I'm not trying to be a snowflake, but like, I had no idea how triggering a Mother's Day could be. And I kind of thought, I've never seen that perspective before. I'm just like, oh, this just sucks. Like, Mother's Day and her birthday, like, oh, this is the worst. Frankly, the holidays, like Thanksgiving, Easter, Christmas, they don't feel anything like Mother's Day and a birthday. Like, it doesn't feel anything the same. Mother's Day was like, this is a nightmare of just, we just lost her. And now everybody's celebrating their mom, and I'm trying to have a great attitude. I'm just trying to get my shit together to have like, it's Mother's Day, like, a few people knew that she passed. I made a couple of posts. I don't expect for everybody to see everything. And I beg people not to bring it up to me in public, because if you see me in public, I'm probably about to compete. So it's like, just high five me, just an elbow tap. Like, I know that you know when I see your face. So Mother's Day is hard. But we have Harlow to celebrate. So Jesse, Harlow, Steven, Codi, everybody, Alex, Poppy. We tried to shift the focus to like, Jesse's a mom, which made it feel so much better. I know she knew what I was feeling, but we tried to like make it something different. But what we did was We loaded up and went to a Mother's Day barrel race, an outdoor barrel race, and I was like, I don't think anybody wanted to win this little jackpot more than me. And I tried my face off.
Time on that run, 17.478. 17.478.
And I won it by this much. And Babyflo felt like she understood. Like, she's always gotten me right. Like, she knew how important this day was. She tried as hard as she possibly could. This was a lot of me changing my technique where I'm aggressively whispering. So like before I'd be like, you know, just really, really aggressive. I'm still same level aggressive, just changing up some things to try to get the most out of her with the least amount of effort. You know when you're on a horse like this, like you know at this level when you've done something epic. You know when you've done something good. I knew exactly when I turned the third barrel. First, mother, first. And I said, that's first, mother muffins. And we caught it on the GoPro, and I just knew, and I needed that savagery that Nene told me to harness for that moment, and I feel like that's why we got that W.
We won the barrel race. This is so exciting. I say we because it's a vibe. There's one whole team of people that does this. If you're a person that thinks that you won for you, because of you, and ain't nobody helped you get there, that's where you're messing up, and that's where you won't get very far. There's a lot of people that help making all of this happen. Babyflo was awesome today. It's okay to say new leader.
Rodeo is back on. It's back on. Rodeo is gonna be popping. There's one rodeo in the world, one. And it's Cave Creek, Arizona.
We'll take you literally any day, at literally any rodeo.
Do you want me to leave it with no preference?
Let's do 3-2.
Okay. All right, for Cave Creek in the barrels, I have 17 Fallon and 20 Codi, preferencing the third performance Sunday, May 24th at 7:30. Backed up with the second performance Saturday, May 23rd at 7:30.
Yes.
All right, and that'll close Monday, May 4th at 11, and the callbacks are Monday, May 4th, 45.
Awesome, thank you so much. How many entries do you guys have so far?
Let me look. So far, there's 21.
Okay, awesome, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
Bye. So 1 a minute. 1 a minute is entered. I'm flattered.
We're gonna drive from Collinsville, Texas to Cave Creek, Arizona to make a run. This story is rich enough without explaining that we break down on the way to Cave Creek, so we'll save that for another time, but I'm gonna have to buy a new truck this year too, on top of everything else.
That's gonna cost your
Best in the world, Mama. Don't forget, best in the world.
Cave Creek is a really funky entrance. Restrictions require us to do really strange things that we've never done before as competitors, like pull a mask off like 2 seconds before you go down the alley. Thank God for saddle sacks, because I was able to like do it. It was incredibly strict, and we got to pass all these tests, but we get to rodeo, so whatever.
Ready to come up the alleyway. She's a 7-time NFR qualifier in 2014. She won the world 2 times, the Jerry Ann Taylor Award winner at the NFR for Best Dressed. She's a $1 million winner and a New York model. She's also been a TV actress. This is going to be Fallon Taylor.
Hey.
We went in, I was making a hell of a run, and just right at the third, she slipped.
I tell you what, anybody who's ever talked to her leaves with a more positive attitude and a better outlook in life.
Yeah, she is a serious motivator.
She really is a serious jockey. Went to the NFR before there was an age limit. Oh, she was 12. Oh, no.
And all I could think was like, just don't be injured. Just please don't be injured. The ground was good. I think it was just like so much energy. We were trying so hard.
Little slip right there.
That's the kind of slip that'll take your breath away.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh,
1641. Well, she flirted with that barrel right there, didn't she?
And that was close. There was a lot going on during this run right there. Oh, gosh.
Babyflo has no quit. Like, there's a lot of horses. The next generation of Babyflo's babies are careful. Babyflo has no self-preservation when it comes to running. She's trying to win for me.
You're okay, Mama. You're okay.
1641 with a slip. 1641, that could have cost her the lead right there with that little slip around number 3.
We grew during a time of survival, and we have not let that go. We are like in survival mode every single time, every single run. And hopefully in the future, I'll have a calmer attitude with the babies and not kind of give them that anxiety, because Babyflo carries that burden, but she carries it well.
Hi. Yeah. You did great, lady. You did great. You did great, lady. She's so upset with herself.
We're gonna go home with an L, and that's okay. Without having Rodeo New York on the schedule, what are we gonna do? Like, what's the goal here? Why are we doing this? I need to have a target, or else we're just gonna make pretty runs and not be in like our best mode. So Codi, who we deemed Ann the manager, for all entry things, like we just call her Ann the manager as her like pseudonym for that compartment of all the things that we're doing. She enters John in all the fraternities and all the derbies and gets us the schedule for all the jackpots, and it's like really hectic. I do all the pro rodeo entering, but she handles all of that stuff. She was like, hey, I just glanced at the rules, and it looks like if you're high up in the tour standings for the WPRA, you could go to all these rodeos that you really want to go to and maybe have a shot at, you know, making it to the national finals in 21. If you get enough points, you could go to, you know, Houston, Calgary, San Antonio, Austin, you know, all these limited rodeos. So we took a very deep look at the tour, and there was so many rodeos canceled that the rodeo schedule looked like you just threw a bunch of arrows at a dartboard and just like shook up the globe, and that's where the rodeos were. So like Florida, Idaho, Texas, Wyoming, like just playing a game of Where's Waldo all over the country for tour points. So we went to get a new truck. I found this truck somewhere in Oklahoma. It was basically brand new, had 6,000 miles on it, so we went and grabbed it. And it's why we know exactly how many rodeos we've been to and how far we've been, because when that odometer ticks every single time, I'm like, we've been another 10,000 miles on the way. If you've never watched my vlogs before, I found this little dog in the middle of the road that I almost hit. And I don't know if Nene sent this dog. I don't know. This is like a therapy dog. I have 5 dogs at home. It's not like I need a dog, but I never haul a dog with me besides Codi's dog, Chiquita. And so it's like this little therapy dog that just found me, and her name's Chewy. We also call her Frazee. We also call her Garbage, like from The Office, because she smells like a foot. And she was bald and covered in fleas and no hair and starving. That became just like a little side project, just a therapy animal for the road. Anyway, she goes with us everywhere we go. And we know exactly how many miles are on Chewy and exactly how many miles are on that white truck that we went down the road, because we went far. So if you followed the story of Chuck Taylor, the reason that I never really rodeoed hard and nobody got to see him to his full potential is because I just didn't want him to get injured. I didn't want him to get hurt. The irony is he got hurt at home, being safe in a place where he should have never gotten hurt. From that experience, I've learned that I can't predict these wrecks. I can't predict anything that's gonna happen. I have to go after big goals that are super fulfilling and have me really passionate and really excited, because that's what life is really about. Being safe and trying to guard these animals, or trying to guard ourselves from getting hurt, is simply gonna just delay the inevitable, because I don't know if you figured it out, but we're on a giant flying rock in the middle of who knows where, and things just happen. And it's not like it picks the bad guy or picks the good guy or whatever. Anybody could have a year like this. So no more playing it safe with my horses that love to go. These NFR horses, they give you a look. You know when you walk in the barn if they want to go. You know if you walk in the barn if they're too tired to go. And it's up to us to be really amazing stewards of these animals and say, this horse needs to rock and roll because it's just craving it, or this horse really needs a break and some time off. Babyflo is very similar to me. We lived together, we grew together. This entire business, this entire journey, we've grown up together. I've slept in her stall, like we've grown together, and she's seen it all. I don't know if I'm like her or she's like me, but we're a direct reflection of each other, and we do not relax well. We don't stay home well. We don't vacation well. We don't do any of those things well. We need a goal and we need to go. I think a lot of people from the outside perspective can easily critique that a horse like this needs to rehab or stay home or retire or have more time off. And I think those people, one, every animal and human have a connection that only that person can explain.
Sweet girl, you're the best in the world, Mama. Sweet girl. I'm so grateful for you, Mama.
You know, a lot of people ask me, do you think this person's running their horse too much, or do you think that person's running their horse too much? That's an invalid question, and it's not for me to answer. That's between a rider and the animal, and they have a bond, and that's only for that rider to answer, because we are the mouthpiece for these amazing creatures.
Grateful for you, Mama.
Babyflo wants to go. She wants to go big time, and you should see her. When we load the trailer and put another horse in it, and she starts fighting the barn and nickering to me and going crazy in the stall, it's painful. Like, we can't have her turned out and load the rodeo rig because she starts just running circles in her stall or in her pen outside. And it's heartbreaking because this is an animal that loves her job. So we're gonna let her do it. So we got a brand new truck, new vibes. This is my first new truck to ever purchase, and I'm really excited. I've had some sponsored rigs in the past, but never just like me going for it. So I wrote that check. I'm ready to put the horse in. Let's go down the road and see what it is that we can make happen. So we're gonna do a heavy emphasis on entering for the goal. I tell everybody that, like, whatever your goal is, especially if you're watching this and it's not horse related, do one thing every day toward that big goal. Like, we typically go down through a to-do list, but we rarely actually do anything toward our goal every single day. So we're gonna go to rodeos, but we're gonna have a heavy emphasis on tour rodeos and fulfillment. So first stop, Woodward, Oklahoma. Babyflo was amazing. Next stop, Belton, which was a tour rodeo, and I've probably never want to check there.
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, go, go, go. Yeah.
Nice.
But we came out with a check, and I'm so excited. Then I got a call to be a replacement at Prescott, Arizona. And I've never gotten to be there. And it was a big standard pattern that's really, really tough. Babyflo and I placed. We did amazing. It was just that was a fulfillment moment of just making this big run in the heat with the sunshine and just make it feel like the 4th of July. And she and I both felt that, and it just, like, it did something for us to feel that.
We are looking at Fallon Taylor. The ladies of the WPRA, you got to admire this one. She needs a little help on that run back now. Fallon Taylor's in 17:34. Top 3 run for the Dallas, Texas lady.
We're gonna hit a lot more rodeos. So we drive all the way from Prescott, Arizona to Wolf Point, Montana. And this rodeo means a lot to me. I won this rodeo, I believe in 1991. I was wanting to win this rodeo so badly because, you know, Poppy was there for that. I won it on Dr. Nick Barr.
17:15. Fallon Taylor and Codi Harman.
Little girl. 16:57.
Thank you, Mama. Thank you. Yes. Thanks, man.
After this run, I'm winning the rodeo. I got beat out in the very last perf, so I ended up winning second. It was a tour rodeo. Babyflo won us some points. I'll have to go back and try to win Wolf Point, Montana again for sure. Okay, now Wolf Point, we drive to Elko, Nevada. Elko, Nevada is a tour rodeo, and I'm up in the slack after. And so we've driven a long way, and the ground starts getting sketchier and sketchier as we go. But I know Babyflo is gonna handle it. She's ready. She went in, I had to set some barrels up. It was really sketchy, but it was 2 a.m. We ran barrels at 2 a.m. I was just like, it was, and what's so crazy is there were Flomies there supporting. I don't know if they knew that we had been through so much, but they could just feel it. And it was so cool to have people standing at the fence, cameras out, and like ready to support at 2 a.m. Just the craziest, best vibes ever. I hit a barrel. I would have been first or second at that rodeo. It was such a bummer. I was devastated. We were so tired getting those kind of like high caliber runs out of Babyflo at this level. Like, yeah, you can be mad at it, but at the same time, she's back. And that's the coolest thing in the world.
You okay, Mama? Oh.
What's really crazy about rodeo is that it's a pay-to-play sport. So we literally pay to play the game. Nobody pays us to show up. We have no guaranteed checks. It's really, really tough because it's a different night. Imagine if NASCAR ran on different nights, or if football, like the quarters, the 4 quarters were played in different stadiums or different nights with different weather. It would change everything. Rodeo is that way. If I run on a Monday, but the rodeo ends on a Friday, the arena, even indoor, goes through changes, but outdoor it goes like this all week. So maybe you ran in the mud, but somebody else gets to run on dry ground. That's gonna really change up how pro rodeo works. And so it's tough because you'll leave a rodeo winning first and then end up maybe not even placing by the time you leave. So this is a tough sport. I think a lot of people think that we're there as paid entertainers and that we're there to, like, you know, put on a show. I do agree that we are entertainers. I've given a lot of interviews that say, you know, people paid good money to be in the stands and, you know, buy a ticket. So I want to make sure that I do a great job and I'm really pleasant to everyone and make sure that they understand how much we love and support, that they came to love and support us. But I think a lot of people just have no clue that we pay to do this. We pay to drive. Nothing is guaranteed at all. I feel like most people just watch the NFR. You know, nobody sees what goes into every single rodeo. And I think a lot of the top barrel racers can agree with me that when you have all these rodeos that you did really amazing at, and then you go to the NFR, say you have a mediocre NFR, nobody goes back and sees how awesome the runs were that it took to get you to the national finals. So you have to take big chances, but you always have to think about, do you want your horse to be, you know, is this safe enough for me? Is it not safe enough for me? We've been through enough this year, so I'm just not gonna take any chances. The next rodeo we go to is a great example of that. We went to Coleman, Texas. We showed up and I had in the back of my mind that the ground is not great and the ground looks okay, but I was like, this is always the trick. And the first few girls fell down and I was like, we just been through too much. I'm not gonna run on bad ground. I've been through too much. Coleman is not a tour rodeo. So we drove 6 hours round trip to go to Coleman, be like, I'm not running. I even talked to the judges and I was like, it's not gonna get better. And they were like, you're probably right. You've done this a long time. And I was like, I know I'm right. And I left and we got back in the truck. The next rodeo from Coleman, Texas is in Ocala, Florida. So we're gonna drive all the way to Ocala, Florida to make one run. It is a tour rodeo. So I'm excited because my family can be there. I'm originally from Tampa, Florida. So I'm super excited to get to run.
The next cowgirl is one of the more recognizable names in our industry. Not only a tremendous barrel racer, but a good commentator as well. I always love to see her when she's doing a little commentating. Here's the great Fallon Taylor.
And then I make a mistake at my first barrel. And I hit the first barrel after we've just driven, I don't know how many miles to Ocala, Florida. Such a bummer. I would have won that rodeo and I needed those tour points because I want to get up in those standings and like fight for this thing.
1666 would have been the money, but a 5-second penalty for Fallon.
Ready or not. Here I come. You can't hide. Gonna find you and take it slowly.
The last time she was at the NFR, she won money 7 out of 10 times. Fallon Taylor, first you announce it, champion.
Here I come. You can't hide.
7 times.
Ready or not.
Come on, Fallon.
Ready or not. Ready or not.
$17.41 for Fallon.
Burlington, Colorado was a tough one because the ground looked fine and every single girl hit a barrel. Like every single girl hit a barrel, hit a barrel, hit a barrel, hit a barrel. And I was like, cool, we got this. I went, turned the first, it was gorgeous. Turned the second, it was gorgeous. Turned the third, and we slipped again, just like we did at Cave Creek, Arizona. And I know I would have won that rodeo, and I was just devastated.
And she's a $1 million winner. Here's the world champion, Fallon Taylor from Dallas, Texas. Yeah, buddy. Come on, little Flo. Oh, ouch, ouch. Oh, make sure that little dude's all right. Nope, gonna be all right. Folks, she's done more for barrel racing and fashion than anybody. I want you to thank her for coming here to Burlington, Colorado. Tell her to come back again. Fallon Taylor. Dallas, Texas. 35-40.
Fans and Blomies and everybody that we're so grateful for meeting at the rodeos have been so amazing. And it's funny because people say things like, oh, I'm so sorry if I'm like fangirling or being in the way. If you're saying that, you're totally not in the way. It's just starting to get a little, I don't know, I'm not complaining. This is such a blessing and I love people being there, but having to like take care of your animal as your first priority is really tough. I want to be so kind because a barrel racer in my past, when I was a little kid, like pushed me to the side and made me feel this big. And so I never ever want to give anybody that feeling. But like being able to take care of my animal is my first priority. Nobody knows what she's been through. And here she is, she just had this big fall and I'm freaking out. So after I finally situated everyone and just said, I will take pictures, but I really need to take care of this horse. I really need to take care of this horse. And a few people got like angry with me because I wanted to take care of my horse first. I'm gonna figure out a way to prioritize all of these things, but in the future, I think I'm just gonna have to draw like a hard line of like, I gotta take care of this mare and then I can do stuff and things. But I was like freaking out. Codi finally had to pull Babyflo off into the side so that she could be away so people wouldn't just look at her while I like needed a chance to examine her and make sure that she was good because we have another run and I will turn out like that. Like a rodeo ain't nothing to me. Like we already turned out of Coleman, I will turn out of another one and we had a couple of days off in between, but I just wanted my chance to like examine her. So I hate that I can't do both at once, but this mare's always gonna be my priority because she's always made me her priority. So I'm starting to feel like, I don't know, confused on how to handle all this, I guess. On the way to the next rodeo, which is in Lamar, Colorado, we started having some really scary moments. The rig is wrapped, it's crazy. I'm kind of known for like, you know, crazy outfits and, you know, over the top whatever and crazy hair and all these different things. So of course the rig is wrapped in like crazy Wild West pattern and then my picture on the back with Babyflo. And we love it. We love when people come to the rig and see it and get to take their picture with it and everything. Like that is such a fun vibe. But now it's getting scary. Now it's getting to the point where like people are like laying on their horn behind me. They're scaring my animals inside the trailer. They're trying to run me off the road to get a picture and like not understanding why I won't run off the, like, why would I not pull over for a stranger that's looks aggressive? I mean, I feel like everybody would understand it. I just think people get excited in the moment. I understand that excitement. It's just like as a woman driving a rig down the road on dark roads at night and like 2-lane highways with no lights and no pull off and trying to protect my animals and my family, and like it's getting sketchy. It's getting to the point where like we need to consider changing our trailer. We got a different truck, but now we need to change the trailer because it's just getting scary. Kids are running into the alleyway during my runs, not realizing that I'm not a paid entertainer. Like I'm literally here to do my job.
Good girl, mama. Good girl, mama. Good girl, mama. Thank you very much. Good girl, mama. Watch the alley, baby. Here. Sure. Good job, girl. And be very careful right there, okay? Be very, very careful. Guys, I would take pictures right now, but I'm distraught. I'm so sorry.
And now, like, I need to try to manage those feelings of like, did I make her feel welcome? Did I make him feel like I was approachable? Like, I'm trying to manage all of these things and it's just getting trickier. It's just getting trickier. So now it's time to go to Lamar. Babyflo feels great. We had a beautiful place to stay at. We're just very excited. We're excited to go. Lamar, we're in the slack. Codi's up, I'm up. She's gonna run right after me. And the arena is beautiful. The ground is amazing. I got to watch a few girls run. I know all of the judges. The vibe was good. There was a lot of flomies there. It was just great, and I'm super excited. I'd never run at Lamar before, so a standard pattern again, which just gives you that like 4th of July feeling. I ran in. Babyflo felt really good. I felt a little something at the first, but then it kept feeling pretty good. Turned the third. I pulled her up. They said my time, and I think I went to the lead right in that moment, but I immediately felt something.
girl, mama.
Nicely done, 1768,
girl, mama.
1768.
Oh, mama.
Codi, you're up. Brittany's
Hey,
on deck. Shelby, get
Hey.
ready.
Hey, is my mare hurt? Oh, Codi. Can somebody walk her in for me? Please? Thank y'all. Thank you so much. She's fine, Co. Make your run.
We're going to go down to Brittany Barnett, Shelby McKinney, and then we'll roll.
Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Can you grab my phone for me? I think she just stone bruised, but whoa, thank you. Oh, it's got to be a stone bruise because she can't, there's nothing on her anywhere. Dad, my mare's crippled back here in the back. My mare's crippled back here in the back. Can you come help us?
Yeah, you're out there.
Okay. It's got to be a stone bruise. Oh. Okay, Mama, you're all right, Mama. I've never had that happen. Oh, oh, Mama. Oh. I want you.
18-29, 18-29.
I don't know how many barrel racers there are.
Time to rake. After the rake, Chandler Richards, Mahalik,
Yeah.
and Ocala.
You can just leave it there until you get the rig here too. Dad, I think she's stone bruised because I can't see anything on her. I see a bunch of rocks back here. Carly, did you see this mare do anything?
No. I have a vet here number.
Okay, thank you.
Do you want me to text it?
Yeah, please. I've never come out on one crippled. I don't feel any heat, Dad. I think we got lucky. I think we got lucky. Dad, can you and Codi, can you get the rig back here so I don't have to lead her all the way back across there? In it. Thank you, Carly. Oh, Codi, she bowed a tendon. Codi, she bowed a tendon. She bowed a tendon. I think she bowed a tendon. I only have a fix for the foot. I could end her career if I hurry the tendon, if it is a tendon.
All right, Chandler Ritchie's up. Lake Mahalik's on deck. Ocala, if you get ready.
Something's not right. And Babyflo has never been lame. She's never come out of a rodeo lame. Like, yeah, we've gotten a hot nail here and there and an abscess, but like, not like coming out and my horse is lame. And the panic just starts setting in. Like, this has happened to me with Chuck in his career. It happened to me in January. Is this happening again? Babyflo doesn't lope. Like, crooked, she doesn't trot. Crooked, she doesn't walk off. Like, I know every hair on this horse's body. And something's wrong. Something's bad wrong. People are telling me it's a stone bruise just from looking at it. But in my heart, I know it's not a stone bruise because this horse is too tough. You're talking about a horse that ran with a 1-pound rock in her stomach for 5 years without us knowing it. That won 2 world titles with a rock in her stomach. You're telling me that she's stone bruised? There's no way. There's no freaking way she's stone bruised. But I need every little bit of hope I can get. So it's time to get Babyflo home to get this diagnosis. Because in managing what does the horse need, I still have a human that does not need to be on lockdown anymore. Poppy does not need to sit in the house. He doesn't need to sit home. My mental health, I don't need to sit at home. So it's time to get this horse home as quickly as possible and try to keep us focused on the end goal. Yes, I would love to babysit Babyflo in every single moment on the way home. But I think what I've learned from all these experiences is that me coddling and trying to micromanage every situation and be over top of the vet all of the time doesn't allow them the space and the energy to create their job. I've never been able to do any job better that's super technical. Besides barrel racing, I'm really great under pressure. But like, I'm not gonna type faster or run faster or jump higher when somebody's just needing that from me. So I feel like hands off is the best moment. And I'm gonna try to just send her home, get the next generation on the road with me. In the back of my mind, I know. In the back of my mind, I'm waiting for that phone call. In the back of my mind, you know, but for the morale of the truck, it's important for us to kind of like have every conversation about what it could possibly be and how it could be better and how it could be okay. But like, I know this mare. Get knocked down 7, get up 8. Get knocked down 7, get up 8. It's just another, at this point it feels like get knocked down 136, get up 137. But I guess in the back of my mind, 1, I'm devastated. 2, she's alive. But is this the end of her career? Did we come this far to come this far? It's like, here we go all over again. And it starts just 3 steps forward, 10 steps back. And it's just a lot to handle. The dream was always for the next generation, the 3rd generation, to get on the trailer and take all of that burden off of Babyflo, even though she loves it. Like, she doesn't want the burden to go away. So I say that, you know, just to be able to run her at only the elite places with only the best ground and only the best time where only amazing people can see her, and people that really want to come to a place and see this amazing animal run. That's where I want to run her. Like, I don't want to take her to Coleman, Texas. I don't want to take her to Yuma, Colorado. I don't want to take her back to Burlington, Colorado. I just want to take her to those places. So the plan has always been, and we've worked for the last 6 years in private, training these horses. And to get these horses to the pace, they're never going to fill Babyflo's shoes. Lolo could win 10 world titles and it still won't be the Babyflo that bought me a hot dog in Canada. You know what I'm saying? Like, she can still do great things, but I'm never going to expect her to do the same things because I think that's horribly unfair. But now I need her to step up. Lolo's going to have to get on the trailer and we're going to still go after this goal. And we just have to wait. And it would be great if we could get some good news this year, because enough is enough. So now it's time to go on and see what these young horses are made of. I know everybody's really excited about seeing the 3rd generation compete, and this is where our heart lies, is raising and training these horses and having them on the road and debuting them. It's gonna be really exciting to see them go. Until then, I'm not gonna get a lot of sleep until we figure out exactly what's going on with Babyflo.
Can somebody grab me all my stuff's over there, Dad? Do you mind grabbing that? Can you grab me a halter when you can? I think she just stung herself and I'm being overly dramatic, but yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap that foot with Soul Pack, both of them. I just need a little help.